熱いものが食べられない3、T。
Welcome to this interactive lab simulation for the lab Manage Azure Active Directory Identities. To navigate this in this lab, you will complete the tasks listed on. In this first task, you will create and in the Azure portal, search for and select Azure Active On the Azure Active Directory blade, scroll down the left pane to the Manage section. Review the available configuration options. Scroll up. Under Next, click the display name of your user account. Select Properties. Click the Edit button and then select Settings. Ensure your usage location is set and then navigate back to the Users blade. Click New User and then select Create New User. Scroll down. Provide the user's information. Scroll down to continue. Select the usage location of the user account. Provide the user's job info and then click Create. Refresh the view and then click the new user account. In the Manage section, review the available. Next, click Add Assignments and assign the user administrator role to the user account. Refresh. Next, open a new in-private window. Sign in to the Azure portal using the newly created user account. Change the password to a secure password. Under Manage Azure Active Directory, click View. Scroll down to the Manage section and click User Settings. Notice that you do not have permissions to modify any configuration options. Create a new user. Scroll down to continue. Refresh the page and then close the browser window. This task is now complete. Click the screen to continue. In this next task, you'll create Azure Active Directory groups with assigned and dynamic membership. In the Azure portal, scroll down to the Manage section and select Licenses. Next, select All Products. Click Try Buy and activate the free trial of Azure AD Premium P2. Refresh the browser window to verify. Next, select the Azure Active Directory Premium P2 entry. Assign all license options to your user account and the two newly created user accounts. Next, navigate back to the Overview blade of the Azure. You'll create 3 new groups. First, create a security group for IT cloud administrators. Add a dynamic query. Create a dynamic membership rule that requires the job title to be Cloud Administrator. Save the rule and create the group. Next, create a security group for IT system administrators. As before, add a dynamic query and configure the dynamic membership rule. Next, create a security group for IT lab administrators. For this group, search for and select the IT Cloud Administrators and IT System Administrator. Now click Create. Select the IT Cloud Administrators group and navigate to Members. Verify that User 1 appears in the list of group members. On the All Groups blade, select IT System Administrators. Next, click Members. Verify that User 2 appears in the list of group members. This task is now complete. Click the screen to in the portal, return to the Azure Active Directory tenant. Click Manage Tenants. Next, click Create. Proceed to the Configuration step. Specify the settings for your tenant by completing the directory details. Proceed to the next step. Click Create. Enter a response to the CAPTCHA test and click Submit. To display the blade of the newly created tenant, click the link. This task is now complete. Continuing from the newly created tenant, select Users in the left pane. Create a new user. Refresh the page and then select the new user. Copy the user principal name to the clipboard. Switch back to your default Azure AD tenant. Navigate to the Users blade. Click New User and then select Complete the profile for the guest user. Now click Invite. Refresh the blade and then click the newly created guest user. In the left pane of the click Add Memberships and add the guest user account to the IT Lab Administrators group. This interactive lab simulation is now complete.
Welcome to Azure Tips and Tricks. In this episode, we'll use tags and delete resources to keep your Azure subscription clean and reduce your costs. I've created this resource group that has some resources in it that I don't use. You probably have resources like that as well, and it might be difficult to identify what should be kept and what should be deleted. You can use naming conventions or even separate subscriptions to indicate production versus temporary stuff. And tags, which you can apply to any resource, including to resource groups. Let's assign a tag to one of the resources. This one here, like this. Tags are key value pairs, and this one will be status with the value temp. Okay, there it goes. Let's do another one. Let's see this one. And assign tags. Alright, I'll use the same one, status. But now I'll use production. Okay, assign it. Let me refresh the page like this. Okay, now I can add another filter here. And I'll filter on the status tag. Let's deselect them and I'll pick the temp value. I have two I see, as I had another one tagged with temp as well. Okay, apply, and now I only see the resources tagged with temp. This is a great way to identify resources that can be deleted. You can do this with any resource, including resource groups. So now I can select these and go to the menu and delete. Okay, just confirm with yes and delete them. That's it. Alright. And finally, I can also delete the entire resource group if I want with this. These are the resources that will be deleted. I'll confirm and there it goes. It is important to keep your Azure subscriptions clean. This reduces costs and helps you keep an overview. Go and check it out.
Welcome to this interactive lab simulation for the lab Manage Governance via Azure Policy. To navigate this interactive lab simulation, follow the prompts on the screen. In this lab, you will complete the tasks listed on your screen. In this first task, you will create and assign a tag to an Azure resource group via the Azure portal. In the Azure portal, select Storage Accounts. Click the storage account. Next, click the resource group containing the storage account. In the left pane, click Tags. Create a new tag called Role. For the value, enter Infra. Click Apply. Navigate back to the storage. Review the overview information and note that the new tag was not automatically assigned to the storage account. This task is now complete. Click the screen to continue. In the Azure portal, search for and select Policy. Under Authoring, select Definitions. Here, you can browse through the list of built-in policy definitions that are available for you to use. Select the category drop. Click the built-in policy named Require a Tag and its value on Resources. Review the policy definition, and then click Assign. To specify the scope, click the ellipsis button. Specify the subscription and resource group, and then click Select. Scroll down. Under Basics, provide a name and description for the assignment. Click Next. Provide the tag parameters using the same name and tag value you used earlier. Click. Review the Remediation tab. Leave the Create a Managed Identity checkbox unchecked. Click Next. Review the configurations, and then click Create. The policy definition has been created. Next, click Create. Next, under Storage Account, click Verify that you are using the resource group that the policy was applied to, and then scroll down to the instance details. Specify the storage account name, and then click Review and review the notification. The deployment failed because the storage account you attempted to create did not have a tag named Role with its value set to Infra. This task is now complete. Click the screen to continue. In the Azure portal, search for and click Assignments. Right-click the ellipsis button in the row for the select Delete Assignment, and then click Yes to confirm the deletion. Next, click the Scope ellipsis button, and then select the resource group. Next, click the policy definition. Search for and then select the definition titled Inherit a Tag from the resource group if missing. Scroll down. Click Next. For the tag name, enter Role, and then click Next. Select the checkbox labeled Create a Remediation Task. Click Review and Create. Next, click Create. To verify that the new policy, click Create, and then create a new storage account. This time, validation passed. Click Create. The new storage account is now provisioned. On the overview blade of the newly created storage account, note that the tag Role with the value Infra has been automatically assigned to the resource. This interactive lab simulation is now complete.